looking at, we're talking about the changes that one has to make to their body, or decisions as well that affect your body. Do you have to kind of like consult your partner about it? So we're looking at into situations like abortion. If like you have to terminate a pregnancy, do you have to consult your partner about that? We're looking at things like, vasectomy, tying your tubes, tattoos, all that kind of. It's your body, yes. Right,
but
there's another person involved.
It's a decision. I don't look at it to say just a matter of consulting, because I mean there are certain things that, like, I mean, the fact that you're in a relationship and stuff, obviously you gotta share. You're not in this alone, so you gotta express certain things. If there's certain things you're gonna do, you want to consult. You want to, like we said, consult, share it with your partner to see their feedback, because I mean, you can't be just thinking about yourself in situations like these, because I mean, whatever you do can also affect the other partner in somewhat way. You know what I'm saying? So you want to consider, stuff like that. So what you want to touch on first? Like, which one you want to?
Basically, I feel like maybe it probably just depends, because I feel like life is kind of unfair, unfortunately. But I think you do. There are certain situations where you do have to consult your partner.
Majority,
yes, majority. Things like when you're tying your tubes, for example. So your partner needs to know that your tubes are tied, or this is maybe prior to
getting into the relationship, because we've seen instances like that where as it relates to the tying of the tubes, like. This guy thought he was always shooting blanks. You know what I'm saying? He got involved with this girl, and then, he's been trying to get the girl pregnant and thinking that something is wrong with him. And only to find out, and it's funny because they found out, I think it was on live TV. That's when the guy found out that this person had tied their tube prior to the relationship and did not even share it with the partner to say, I won't be able to get pregnant, blah, stuff like this. So I think that is so selfish and that is so unfair. I mean, yes, you are yourself, but
I think it's selfish as well. I think that's a selfish decision to decide not to share with someone, especially if you're getting into a relationship with the person.
Yes.
Right. If it's not a serious relationship, and obviously that there's nothing that's going to come out of this.
I mean, that's different.
You don't have to say
that's
it's
different.
None of their business. But for someone that is kind of like gonna commit to you, and obviously in the future they're gonna want kids, because those conversations do come up to say, okay, what's the plan?
What's the plan? Right. Where do we go from here?
Life look like, you know, 5 years from now we're gonna have mini Kevins running around. So if you know that Kevin wants kids and you don't want kids. Well, not that you don't want, but you cannot have kids anymore.
You should share it with the partner to say, this is a situation. And I mean, it works vice versa. If the guy has done a vasectomy, it's the same thing across the board.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But you have those serious stuff, of course. There's more to it, of course. Because, I mean, some people just think that the fact that they're adult, even though, and it's my body, it's like the fact that there are certain things that they just do by themselves. But I mean, like, I think it's unfair and it's selfish. Like, you definitely have to think about others when you're especially when you're in a relationship. You can't just be thinking it's not about you anymore. It's about us.
You find that there's some people who be like, but why are you like? Why do you have to consult your partner about everything?
I mean, they're always. It's not a matter of everything, and that's why at the beginning we use the word majority, because majority of the stuff that you're doing, especially if it's somewhat we're gonna affect the other party, then you have to not only just physically, it can be mentally as well. Because I mean, if you look at say something like you just want to go and put on a tattoo, for example, I mean. You just gotta look at it and to say, yes, it's your body and whatever it is. But have you considered, like, does your partner likes likes like seeing a tattoo or wanted you to have a tattoo? How does he view a tattoo? Like, being on someone, so I mean, you have to consider these stuff. Not everybody's gonna agree with it, but I mean, if the person comes with it now, like you met the person with these, like, a vasectomy, a tattoo, a tight tube, and these were discussed, and that's different. Because then you'll be accepting the terms and condition that comes with this relationship. But if it's something that's going to be done in the relationship or prior to the relationship, and you're unaware, I think that's not cool.
So if I decide to go get a tattoo with your name on it, does it matter?
I mean, it doesn't matter if I have my name on it. I would still consider, because I mean, again, we're in a relationship. So I mean, you have to always look at it this way, man. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure if I go ahead and do something, whether it doesn't even have to be a tattoo, something that I just want to do then, but only to realize you don't like it, it's gonna be a problem as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfair, and it's been, again, selfish. Because some people only think about themselves.
But I think with, for example, like we're saying, the majority of the stuff, or
some stuff are minor.
Some stuff are minor. So I think it depends on the relationship, right? In terms of how you are as a couple. There are certain things, you know each other. So let's say, for example, couples who are tattoo addicts.
Yeah, right? But if they're couple, they would meet. You would meet that person with tattoos already.
Yes, but if they go,
keep going it.
Yeah, if they go and do another one without you aware of it, I think this is what I'm saying. Like, I think it depends on, with a tattoo situation, I think it depends on the couple. So if the couple is the one that, because I know someone who went and got a tattoo to surprise her man, right? Okay. And he was excited, he was happy, he loved it because it was a surprise, and it was something to do with their relationship. So I think it just depends with the tattoo. If I know that you don't like tattoos, if I know that in this relationship, we're not about that, because I feel like every couple has their things that they enjoy, that they like to do. So if there's anything, like, for example, with us, it's stuff that we want to do. If I want to, surprise you with something, which other people might look at it like, that's weird. But with us, it's not.
I have to take in consideration that, everyone is different, and everyone has their own opinion as well. And everyone is going to make their own decision. I'm just putting the question out there, because from my perspective, I just think that there are certain things that you have to consult with your partner with, like, you're
gonna go get a haircut.
Like with the haircut situation, then look at that. That probably would be considered as minor, but at the same time, you consider, because guess what? Because for you to just show up like that with a haircut,
with a certain
type of haircut,
there was a hairstyle I wanted to do. Like, it was a haircut. It was very, very nice. And I remember saying, oh my God. Yes, to me, I wanted to try out something, right? I remember sending it to him. I was like, babe, I want to get this style. What do you think? It was like a nice haircut, and he was like, when I married you. Oh my God. He just made it very clear that he did not marry a man. Because apparently that hairstyle was going to make me look like a man. So I was like, and then I remember talking to my sister-in-law as well, Jazz, and I said to her, I want this style so bad, but your brother is like acting up. He don't want to hear about it. She was like, I'm going to get it. She was like, I'm going to get it for the both of us.
Well, everybody, everybody's different again. Like I said, that's something that I don't like. Because trust and believe that you had gone ahead and say you wanted to be the adult that you were and got in it. Trust me that I know that there would have been consequences.
You're gonna divorce me for a haircut?
It doesn't have to lead to divorce. I did not say. I used the word consequences.
Yes.
I don't, because for one, I won't be happy. And do you want me to be sad?
No. No.
If you want me to be sad, then that's fine.
No,
it's up to you, because then I'm gonna be looking outside the door. Yeah.
What?
If I'm sad. You're
looking for any excuse to look outside the door.
It's not excuses. But if you know that I don't like something, like I specifically told you, it's not like that.
So what if I had done it before asking?
I mean, then you would have been selfish again. And I would have been
what
sad.
Would have been the consequences?
I mean, it would depend. I mean, I would have to, I would have to be in the situation first before I can actually like decide. Like,
so there's a difference.
I can't plan stuff.
So there's a difference between something that you're not the consequences differ based on the reaction differ.
It's just a reaction because
I tell you prior to doing it.
Yeah, because
say no, go ahead and do it still. That's different. I mean, just go ahead and do it and then come to you.
Let's say you go ahead and do it and then actually you show up and then you come to me. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna obviously break up with you and stuff. I mean, but I would look at you different, in a certain way. I think I would look at you different to say, okay, I mean, is this how we're doing it now? Because I mean, prior to the relationship, we had nothing like this. Like, our stuff was always, especially like you said, it's how the relationship was built as well. Like if I'm used to a certain structure, then, that's the structure that I'm trying to maintain. It doesn't mean I have a problem adjusting to your status, like, your structure itself. And it doesn't mean that I won't forgive you and get over it. Because like with a hairstyle, it can grow back. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I wouldn't forgive and, forget and all of that. It wouldn't be that serious in that situation.
Because it's not something permanent.
Right. But I look at it still to say like, like.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I told it not to do something and you do it. That's the stigma that's right there with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my part, because I look at it to say, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Like if I go ahead and do something that, we spoke about then, and you said you didn't want to do it, and I went ahead and do it, and you found out or you saw it or whatever it is. I mean, it's gonna be the same, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it depends. Some relationships are different, so everybody is different. Everyone has their structure set up in a specific way, a different type of way. So I mean, everybody must decide. But like I said, there are some really selfish moments, like with the whole with the tying of the tubes by the lady.
That's serious.
I mean, that's serious. I mean, this guy's been shooting his. Oh my God. When I saw it, I felt so sorry for him. This guy, because because a lot of times guys get blamed for stuff that they're not even responsible for. And I think that's another thing too with not all females, but some females are like that, whereas they don't see the need to consult with someone. Like they just see themselves like, that is why most females are gonna be like, oh, I don't have to tell so that I'm gonna do this. Because it's based on how their relationship is structured. The
relationship is structured. I can't just go anywhere without my husband knowing where I am.
And it's not from a perspective where I'm, watching or whatever, controlling, because I like, which is why I do the same thing as well, because you have to think about worst case scenarios. I mean, let's say something should have happened to you. You just stick up yourself and tell yourself that you're gonna go wherever, and then something happened, and then the cops show up, say at my place, I'm gonna be. The last time I spoke, she was in the house. I didn't hear anything about no mall, and then they would show me a picture and said, "This is your wife." I said, "Yes." You feel what I'm saying? Because you see, the devil works in mysterious ways as well. He show up sometime when like the way, like when you I mean, I've seen it happen so much time. Like you would borrow a car, for example, and say you're just gonna go down the road, but you end up all the way out.
When we were kids, these are the things we used to go through when we were kids. We would lie to our parents and say, "Oh, Ma, I'm just going to my friend's house," and friends supposed to live just down the road. Meanwhile, we're going to a party.
Yes.
And it's a party that's gonna last for whatever time. And then next minute something happens at that party, or on your way to the party, you're in a car with some people, and then an accident happens. Yeah. These are the things that we've seen happen, and we've been exposed to them as well, especially when we're growing up. And it taught you that you always have to
again consult.
Don't
You know, the
consult.
share
Yes,
share
you
stuff.
always have to
You have to
consult.
share.
Don't
You
go
have to share
against
because I mean, even in
what's
that
expected.
situation, you have to consider your parents as your partner.
Yeah.
Because if anything should happen
to you,
you know what I'm
then
saying?
you know that at least your parent gave you the go ahead. And
So
most of the times, shit doesn't happen when you have the
when you have the yes, the shit happens when you don't have the consent. I'm 100% sure
That
that
is so
because I
true.
mean I've seen it happen so much time, you know. I mean it doesn't always work in your favor. Though. I mean some people get away with it. Like I mean I've
It's the
seen
devil. Is it the devil or is it God?
I mean I've seen people
reminding you.
I've seen
right thing.
yeah I've seen people lie. You know, like they would say, all right, they gotta look for a friend and they end up at a guy house, then for example. And you know, oh my God, like it just work out that it runs smooth. But I mean, not all the time it's gonna be like that, or not everybody's gonna have that same scenario. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you just have to share stuff. I mean, it's just about communication. Yeah.
There's another story that also there was this lady who actually had fallen pregnant and she wanted to terminate the pregnancy.
Right.
And then the guy gave her even money to say, because the guy was in a relationship with somebody else.
Okay.
So he was like, no, I'm not ready for a child with you.
Right.
Because you already know I'm in a committed relationship. I cannot, this will destroy my family and that, you know, so we're not going to have this. So he gave her money to go terminate. The lady agreed to terminate. Meanwhile, the lady will turn around and be like, okay, I ain't doing shit. I'm keeping this baby. So now it's back and forth child support. Yeah. And he's like, but I told you I didn't want this.
I mean, I even gave you the money to do it. I mean,
to do it. And we agreed. But you look at it, you're like, at the same time, we question like, but if you're going to lay down on the bed without protection with that person, chances of them falling pregnant are high. And you have no control of what happens after that, right?
Yeah,
even if you give them the money to terminate. They still hold the cards because they decide themselves. It's unfair. But
well, I mean, holding the cards is one thing, because if I give you money to terminate and you bring that child up, I mean, if let's say, for example, I you know, like further down the line, I find myself to forgive you and stuff, you know, then I would probably start paying homage to the child. Like, you know, when the child gets older, then at least I can, you know, like bring the child and get them stuff myself, because then I'm not gonna trust you to give you just money by myself, because I mean I don't even know if the child is gonna get stuff from it. Look at it that way,
because you feel deceived.
You know, I feel exactly. I mean, if and I get some people would have it even worse, because I mean some people I wouldn't even pay that child no mind. Let's say, you know what I'm saying, and that's a sad part about it, because you know, a lot of females do that to hold on to these relationships, to use it against the other party, especially if they want to be in a relationship with that person. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you think that, oh my God, if you think that this person is gonna leave the wife or the woman that he lives with to be, would say, the side chick, I mean, yeah, I mean, the chances are kind of, even if he does it, then yeah, I mean, you can expect it for yourself too.
Yeah, what goes around comes around. Yeah, so it's gonna land on your doorstep.
So listen, I mean, you guys should share stuff. Sit down and have conversation. Don't just go ahead and put on that tattoo. I mean, based on your relationship, don't go ahead and just get that haircut because you know you wanted this style or that style. You know, I mean, like everybody.
It's crazy because you and I kind of talk about everything. To an extent that even when I'm going to get my hair done, you know, that I'm like, baby, I'm going to the hairdresser, or I'll be like, oh, the hairdresser's coming, I want to braid, I want to, it's just so a part of us that it just comes natural that you're like, baby, I'm going to braid my hair. I think I'm going to braid. And they'll be like, okay, cool.
I'm just trying to avoid the surprises, because I mean, surprises are not always good surprises. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, I play my part as well. It's not like I'm just asking for something and not giving it.
No.
You know,
I'm always, you're always
Yeah, it's
it's a
something.
two-way street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I practice that so well that
You
like
communicate a lot. Like at the
yeah,
minute when you leave the
because
house, you tell me you're leaving the house. When you're at work, you tell me you got to work. When you're leaving work, you tell me
you
left work already,
you
on the
wanna
way
set up
home.
a structure. I
Yeah.
mean, unless you're in the like the different world, whereas in you're just using it as because I mean you can use that as a because you can use that as a sidetrack, you know.
Mm.
I mean, if you are really that messed up person, then you know to say use stuff against somebody else, you know. But I mean, like with me personally, oh my god, I believe in karma so bad. Like every time I think about like doing certain things, like it's like I just remember God.
Yeah, and be like, Ish,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't want a few years down the line for me to be going through something or this to backfire on my kids or you know.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
I get
It's just my commitments are different. You know what I'm saying? I'm committed, so I mean, I'm gonna be sharing stuff with you. So again, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, everybody's different. So you just let us know what you guys think.
Do you have to consult your partner about certain things that you know, especially changes that need to be done, or you have to do it to your body?
If it's not something like if it's something that's not serious, because I consider like surprises as real surprises, like you popping up in that nice lingerie, or you showing up, booking a hotel and we having a getaway. I mean, stuff like that.
That's not that doesn't affect the body.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm good at that. But like, I mean, if you're just gonna be doing the other surprises without consulting me, then I mean,
snip the men who go and do get a vasectomy and then
the woman is trying to get pregnant.
The woman's trying to, or the woman brings kids and they fall pregnant and only to realize.
Oh Lord, I mean,
that is not.
I mean, you know.
It worked.
It worked. You see, because again, it depends on the relationship that you're in. Because I think I've seen where that shit helped one guy one time, whereas he actually did a vasectomy. And don't get me wrong, the chances.
He didn't consult about his part.
Well, he had done it. He had done it prior to the relationship.
Okay.
So I guess when he got in the relationship, I don't think he had shared it.
Okay.
And I think, like in his case, I can see why he didn't, because I don't think the relationship itself was fully structured. Like he had already, I think he was already seeing certain type of flags, but it was just, going along with the flow. And it just so happened for real that the girl actually got pregnant. So I think he was seeing a lot of stuff, or he knew stuff, so, and the girl did get pregnant, and it ended up that, I mean, oh my God. When he confronted her to say, "Hey, here's my paperwork," I actually did so. And the mother was able to back him as well because she knew about it. The mom knew about it, and so. But I think, like I said, he had seen some red flags in that. So it works to say if you don't see yourself like a future with this person, then I understand.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, if it's something that you see a future, or you wanna work towards or build and stuff.
You have to be honest.
I think you should share. So again, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Until another time, you know what I'm saying? You guys just keep hitting that like button, keep sharing, and keep sending them comments.
Thank you so much. We out.
On behalf of us. Peace.